Hello Murder Crew, welcome to another Pokemon guide. Today our spotlight Pokemon is Blaziken. So who is Blaziken? Blaziken is probably based on a cockfighting chicken, specifically the Japanese Shamo chicken breed, known for its mane and upright posture. It bears resemblance to Horus and Ra, two anthropomorphic ancient Egyptian deities with hawk heads. So that's kind of cool. You have Blaziken being resembled to gods, literally gods. So if that's not enough to get you hyped on Blaziken, I don't know what is. Blaziken may also be based on the Baton, a fire-breathing chicken, or possibly the Karura. God, these are hard words to pronounce. It is somewhat based on the mythical phoenix, as its feathers burn off every few years. So Blaziken's feathers burn off every once in a while, which is why it's considered to be a phoenix Pokemon, and why it's fire. It's a fire bird, phoenix. You get it. They're both one and the same, right? Right? Okay, so let's go over to Blaziken's stat sheet. As we have here, we have Blaziken's stats. It's a fighting fire type Pokemon, which is a common theme for fire starters, which I'm assuming that the new fire starter is going to be firefighting, but I don't know. I could be wrong. I haven't been keeping up to date with it. If anyone in the comments can keep me up to date, that'd be awesome. Abilities are Blaze and hidden ability Speed Boost. Speed Boost is what makes Blaziken in the tier Uber. Uber tier is pretty well suited for Blaziken just because of that ability. Blaziken has 80 base hit points, 120 base attack, which is really high, 70 base defense, pretty modest, 110 special attack, 70 base special defense, and 80 base speed. I always thought Blaziken was going to be kind of higher base speed, but then again, that's the reason why it has speed boost anyways, so there we go. Alright, let's head over to Blaziken's weaknesses and resistances. As we can see here, Blaziken has a lot of weaknesses. It would seem it's 2 times weak to flying, 2 times weak to ground, it's 2 times weak to water, and 2 times weak to psychic. Blaziken just it's so fearful of that earthquake. You know, it looks at that earthquake and it will tremble at it. It gets one shot by it all the time, and there's no real like response for Blaziken with that. So you're gonna have to build you're gonna have some Pokemon that can withstand or try to avoid an earthquake or predict it better. That's why having a move like Protect is a little bit useful. That way, when you get Speed Boost, you can maybe try to do some offensive moves against it. Just hopefully that it will be enough to get around that earthquake. All right, Blaziken is 1/4 times resistant towards bug. So goodbye Scullypede or Pokemon such as that. It's 1/2 times weak to resistant to steel, to fire, to grass, to ice, and to dark type Pokemon. So it has a lot of resistances, but it's weak to some pretty, there's a lot of Pokemon that have, flying or ground or even water type moves. There's a lot of psychic type moves. So there's a lot of move pools out there that can counter Blaziken. But that's not going to stop us from even trying to build a Blaziken, because Blaziken's an Uber for a reason. All right, let's go check over to Pokemon Showdown. All right, I'll see you guys over there. Hey guys, we have Blaziken here. Let's start off with our item. Alright, our item of choice for today is going to be Life Orb. Life Orb is a pretty common item that we use along with leftovers. The older attacks do 1.3 times damage and it loses 1/10 of its max hit points from the attack. So Life Orb is pretty useful. Our ability, he has Blaze. When this Pokemon has 1/3 or less its max hit points, its fire attacks do 1.5 damage, which would be nice because Blaziken's going to get hit pretty hard pretty often. But the best move that makes Blaziken is Speed Boost. Speed Boost reads, this Pokemon's speed is raised 1 stage at the end of each full turn on the field. So just using just 1 turn, it's going to go up 1 stage. I mean, that's already a Saspa copy, but you can also have Life Orb. So that's pretty awesome. Alright, let's check the move pool. We're going to start off with Protect. Protect is nice. It's to get some, besides just stalling to get that Speed Boost ability, it actually gets you some pre-knowledge on what your Pokemon is going to use against Blaziken. So let's say that, you know, you're going up against a Greninja and you're not really sure if it actually does have a water type move. Normally it does, but some Greninjas do run non-water type moves for Greninja, and if it starts off with using, let's say, spikes, okay, cool. So we're not going to really worry about that. Let's start knocking this Greninja down and whatever Pokemon's behind him. Alright, let's go. Next move, we're going to go with High Jump Kick. High Jump Kick is a fighting type move. It has 130 power. User is hurt by 50% of its max hit point if it misses. So it does have a chance of missing. It's a 90% accuracy, and if you do miss, you're going to take 50% of your max hit points, which is going to be really bad for Blaziken because it's not going to be lasting very long anyway. So it's kind of a risk move, but the reward is so great. Our other option is Flare Blitz. Flare Blitz is 120 power. It's a fire type move. Has 33% recoil, 10% chance to burn, and also thaws the user. So if you're frozen, you're gonna thaw out by using Flare Blitz, which is pretty nice. But I don't see Blaziken, you know, lasting or having any sort of ice move used against it anyways, so I guess that's just extra. And our final move, we're gonna use Brave Bird. Brave Bird is gonna be the same as Flare Blitz, except it's flying and has 33% chance to recoil. It doesn't have that burn or the chance to thaw out, but Brave Bird is good and it's got your coverage towards other fighting type Pokemon. Alright, let's head over to stats. We don't really want to invest our EVs or our nature into speed. We're already going to have speed boost, and protecting first turn is going to initiate you to be, you know, faster than most Pokemon anyways. So let's go with Adamant. Adamant is going to raise attack and lower special attack. We're going to go 252 in attack and 252 into speed and the rest into hit points. That's going to be our EV spread. We're going to just be as fast and do as much power as possible. This is basically just going to be one punch for Blaziken. It's a one punch man. And Blaziken. Except it's more kicking, whatever. You get it. Alright, let's go over to another version of Blaziken. This is the one that I run on my Baton Pass team, and this is what makes Blaziken so versatile and why I love it. The item is Life Orb, has speed boost ability, which is pretty common. You have Baton Pass, which reads user switches, passing stat changes, and more. So it just passes along the stats that you build up, so it passes along the speed boost raises, which is always really nice. Has Protect, which is really nice to get. That's one speed boost, so it ensures you to be able to get at least one speed stage increase with Baton Pass. Your moves are Flare Blitz and Brave Bird, so they're both the same move except one deals with burn and it's fire, and the other one is flying. Let's go over to stats. 252 in attack, 252 in speed. I actually have mine as Adamant as well, just in case you run out of Pokemon and Blaziken's your last Pokemon. It's a pretty good Pokemon to have if in the back end of your team, when you're done Baton Passing and they've wiped out everyone else, you're like, okay, well, I have Blaziken still, so I'm gonna hit you really hard. And the rest in defense. I just wanted to make sure that defense was a little bit high, that way when we do take a hit I can at least tank a little bit, and I'm very wary of the Earthquake, so try to defend against it, but I realize Earthquake will knock me out with one hit anyways. Alright, let's go over to our other Pokemon. Here is more of our speed demon Blaziken. We got Focus Sash, which will leave one Pokemon. If Pokemon's about to get knocked out with max hit points, it will leave it with one hit point. And we have the ability Speed Boost. We have our moves High Jump Kick, Hone Claws. So when you start off with Blaziken, your first move is Hone Claws. You're going to get the attack increase and this accuracy increase by one stage, and you're also gonna get the speed boost. So I have all these boosts, and then your next move, you're gonna land a full accuracy High Jump Kick, a full accuracy Stone Edge, which is a rock type move, has 100 power, has a high critical hit ratio, so you're gonna do some massive damage if this lands. And our final move is actually Blaze Kick, which is a fire type move, 85 power, high critical hit ratio, 10% chance to burn. So there's a lot of flavor going on in these move sets here, and I realize that Stone Edge isn't in the game yet and it's a TM move, but I am just assuming that in the future when you guys see this video, Stone Edge will probably be available. But as for right now, a good placeholder for that move is Earthquake. And if not Earthquake, you could go Rock Slide. That way you can cover your flying Pokemon. So you want Rock Slide to be able to take out your Talonflames, your Staraptors, Pokemon that just give Blaziken a really rough time. It will do massive damage to it with a Hone Claws, and it has a 30% chance to flinch, so that's really nice, and it's good coverage. A lot of flavor in these moves, and I really enjoyed this version of Blaziken. Let's go with stats. We have Jolly Nature, which is what makes it's going to maximize Blaziken's speed and lower its special attack. We're going to go 252 in speed, 252 in attack, and the rest in defense. Blaziken, this is going to be your speed demon, like I said earlier. This Blaziken is going to be fast, it's going to do lots of damage, and it's going to knock you out with one-hit punches. So that's our Blaziken guide. If you guys would like to see another Pokemon be spotlight in the next video, please leave it in the comments. Be sure to have the Pokemon listed there, and the one with the most likes, or the one that's been mentioned the most, will be spotlight Pokemon next time. Blaziken was our last most mentioned Pokemon, so be sure to have your voice heard. I read the comments all the time, and I make sure to account for who is voted the most and highest. And if you guys like the video, don't forget to hit that like button. And if you guys can also subscribe, that'd be great. I can use all the support I can get. And thank you guys for watching.